Check, check, check. Testing 1 2 1 2 3. Audio check from Simmons Sports Center. A warm good evening. We wish you. Thank you for joining us on High Button Sports. My name is Mark Rooney here at a very comfortable Simmons Sports Center in downtown Charlottetown. Welcoming you into Maritime Major Girls Hockey League action brought to you by High Button Sports. An all-island matchup. This rivalry dates back a number of years between the visiting Western Wolves and the Down East Stars, who are the home team this evening. The Wolves come in with a 2-game winning streak, 2-3 in their last 5 games. And the Eastern Stars lost their last game and do come in, however, with a 3-2 record in their last 5 games. The Stars sit at 16 and 19, pardon me, in league standings. Good for 5th place in the league and 33 points. And the Western Wolves 2 notches below them at 25 points. Good for 7th in the league standings. We're all set to go, underway from Charlottetown. Cozy up and watch, and here we go. Puck will take back into the Wolves zone. Good forechecking pressure from the Stars early on. Settling back down, giving chase now in her own zone. Bella Fitzpatrick trying to get that up to little sister Raina. Stick check off the stick of Hallie Murray, who was named first All-Star. First star of the week, I should say, in the league last week. And the stick check was delivered by the 3rd All-Star, Ellie Mullins of the Eastern Stars. Now Braylon Walker charging down the left side. Walker still with the puck. We'll try the wraparound. Goaltender Peyton Crozier pulling across there nicely to prevent that. Opposed at the other end of the ice by Grace Dunn. Crozier slips that into the corner with the stick. Front shot, scores! And the Eastern Stars, or the Down East Stars, excuse me, jump out to an early 1-0 lead. A beautiful setup from player to Braylon Walker. Walker's 9th goal of the year, set up by player, her 43rd point of the year. A lot of helpers to Caden's player, 24th. And just like that, it's 1-0 very early on. Last time these two met right here, the Western Wolves walked away with a big victory. Tied up at center is AP Shaylin Larkin for the Wolves. Now, Raina Fitzpatrick across her red line through the blue line of the Wolves. She'll go wide with it. Stick check there from Pino. Back with it is Bryn Duffy. Get another AP. Coach Marilyn Fortin explaining to me this evening that there are a number of players missing from the Wolves roster. So shorthanded to begin with, and now down a goal. All the way around forward is Black here. We'll get it to the blue line and kept in. Collision in front of the goal. Black here backhands it up the near side. Fitzpatrick, a nice move. She gets a hard shot. It took a leg and went into the far corner to the right of Aiken in the goal. Swung around wide now, coming up again to the blue line, held in by Bella Fitzpatrick. Mullins takes a whack at it, trying to find Lutley deep in the Wolves' corner. Slides out. Mullins will take over. And we go side to side, and the Wolves are being pressed by the Stars, held in their own zone. Now this may be icing, and it will be, as Grace Dunn dutifully scoops up the puck for the referee. And a big shout out to Grace's aunt and uncle, Brett Wood and Jennifer Dunn, who were unable to make it in this evening. Hope you're all warm and cuddly by the fire watching us here on High Button Sports. Nice blocker save by Aiken from the point shot. Again, hard shot, and Aiken got it with the glove. So Aiken tested here early. Pardon me for my slow update on the scoreboard. It is 1-0 Eastern Stars. Not many games left in the regular season, at least home games. We have 2 more to do next weekend, next Saturday night, and next Sunday morning again. We'll be live with you for those. Face off outside the Wolves zone. It'll go across ice. Larkin able to chip it ahead. Keep the puck moving forward. Puck on the near boards, of course, the Stars in their familiar home green with white and yellow trim. And the Western Wolves with their white road jerseys with dark blue and black trim. They're traveling from east to west, right to left on your stream are the Wolves. And, of course, the Stars moving from left to right, west to east. Wolves able to get that out. That's up to Thomas. He takes a little bump in front of the penalty box, tied up. Puck settles in behind. Now this is Gindon. Up to player on the half wall along the hash marks. McGuigan there as well with Citrome. Thomas battling. Giving chase now is Larkin for the Wolves also. Kept in, no. Slipping past Duffy. She'll retreat into her own zone. McNeil across. She'll dump that around. That's Raina Fitzpatrick backhanding that back to Gindon, her D-man. All the way over to Bella Fitzpatrick in the right-hand corner to Dunn. Slips up to Lutley, can't escape. Now Stevenson with the delay offside. The Wolves clear. Dunn settles that behind the goal. In front now. Stevenson looking for a bang on that. And Dunn will settle that in for a stoppage of play. One of the few to her, in her territory, I should say. We'll take the face off to her left. This is between Hallie Murray and Emily Lutley, 2 top players for the respective teams. Pino in behind, looking for Murray. That'll swing wide, chase for it along the half wall between Pino and Ellie Mullins. Mullins leading the Stars with 50 points. She'll bank that across. Lutley will drop it for her. Here's Mullins. Backing up, shot off the leg. Nice block from Finley Blackier. Going to skate that out is Richards. Mullins with the steal, cross the blue line with Lutley. Mullins regains possession. Can't get the shot away. Nice stick check from the Wolves defenders. Slip through the D now. Here comes Webster. She'll go cross ice, making a change, I believe was McNeil. Battle through center. Mills couldn't hit her teammate. Onside. Going to give chase is McNeil. I may have mislabeled Kinley Duncan as McNeil earlier, so apologies there, Kurt and family. Back for a Walker, a backhand toss. And now we've got Larkin, AP for the Wolves, battling against Player. Pushing up is Duffy. And the Stars are able to escape their own zone. Last back is wide. We'll have our first penalty. This will be a hooking call. So 7-11 into our first period, and the Eastern Stars will have the first player advantage. We'll get you the infraction in a moment. It is hooking. We'll have the announcement. Stars with a solid power play, 22% scoring rate. The one time couldn't get a lot on it from Mullins. And an 85% penalty kill from the Wolves, very respectable as well. So it should be a good battle. And the Wolves will send that the length of the ice. Penalty assessed to Caden Thomas for hooking. 35 seconds into that one already. Player will come back the other way. Nice move, Player. Tried to get to the backhand. Mullins couldn't reach it. Tied up now, effectively from McPherson, was Player. Now Murray will one-hand that the length of the ice. Nice job by the Wolves early on. They've taken half of the penalty away. Now here is Kinley Duncan with a shot. Blocker save, done, up in the air. Nice job by Duncan to make a little bit of something out of nothing. Rink-wide pass hits McGinnis. She's met at the half wall now. Raina Fitzpatrick. We'll go to Citrome. Trying to bank that around. It's caught up by Blackyear. She'll tie up her player. A 3-on-1 scramble. All three forwards for the Stars behind the goal line. And that will get out of play as the Wolves will clear. Just 23 seconds remaining in the player advantage for the Stars. McKenzie drops it for Matheson. Lofts that in. Nicely steered away by Crozier. Citrome with a shot. It hit a skate. Stopped it. Pass was stopped in front. And back comes Thomas out of the penalty box. That'll settle in all the way on to Grace Dunn. And again, pardon me for my clock management. We'll get you caught up here in a moment. Peyton Crozier coming in with a very, very good 2.63 goals against and a 927 save percentage. And again, Dunn with a pretty darn good 3.17 goals against as well and an 893 save percentage. So good battle of goaltending as well this evening. The Island game means a little bit more every time they face their Island teammates. Some are Hockey PEI teammates. They see each other in various tournaments, so they know each other well. Nobody wants to give an inch. There's Fitzpatrick. She'll bank that around, chased by Kate Waugh. Stars certainly with more O-zone time than the Wolves here in the first half of the period. Now Walker in front. Turn and fire! Nice stick save from Crozier. She was ready for that one. Kept in at the blue line by Myers and no icing. Dunn retrieves it for Larkin. Pressure from Stevenson. Mills trying to battle it. She'll get it to Blackier. And now Stevenson. Miley Stevenson on the corner. She'll go back to Richards. That shot is through. Done with the leg steer into the corner. Banked up along the wall and out. Looks like it will be Blackier first back for the Wolves. She'll go using her net. No, she'll drop the other way. Maddie Richards loses it to player. She's going to take control back in her own zone. That's a sign of a confident player. Walker with some speed. Delayed temporarily for McPherson. Walker goes to the bench. McNeil behind her own goal. Shifts it. Trying to get it up to her blue line, and it was picked up by McKenzie. Wraparound attempt, and Crozier will settle that down. 8:01 to go in period number 1. It's 1-0 Eastern Stars. Face off to Crozier's left. All the way back down the Stars. Now that's Larkin who was hunting for that puck. Kept in at the point by Waugh. Chase for it is Duffy. Unable to keep that in for the Wolves. She'll go back. D partner Waugh up to Thomas in her feet. Now Larkin. Going to chase Ellie Mullins. Cross ice pass, trying to find Lutley. Taken over now by the Wolves' Pino. She'll circle in her own zone, bank that. We look like we'll have an icing call here against the Wolves. No icing. Honestly did not see what happened on that one, so I can't explain it to you, but no icing is the call. This is Pino, takes it up with some steam on the far side. Pino, strong skating. Can she get it in front? She'll go back to the point. Blackier shot. That's going to get through everything. Done with a steer into the corner of the wraparound attempt. Maya Stevenson finds Blackier. Redirection. Wolves now with some good offensive zone pressure, but Mullins looks like she'll get it out. Wolves are changing. Have to be careful with too many players situation, and they are. Braylon Walker in the corner. Looks to set up Fitzpatrick. Best she can do is put it back down. Fitzpatrick with a good job to keep the legs tight to the wall. Keep that puck in. However, the Wolves escape with it. Fast period. We're approaching the 14-minute mark of play. Bradley couldn't escape. And they'll go back to Bella Fitzpatrick. Tied up again along the wall. Wolves with some good pressure here. Bit of a scrum close to us, to your camera. Now Caden's player. She'll circle. Lots of pressure there from Shaylin Larkin. Not afraid of the big stage here. Called up tonight. Making her presence known. Fitzpatrick with some good stick handling. Found player at center ice. Taking off the puck. Oh, there's a heavy hit between player and Larkin. And that one is going to get a call, and it will be interference against Caden's player, who took every bit of Shaylin Larkin to the ice. And this will be the Wolves' first player advantage. With 5:30 to go in the first period. And wherever you are, we hope your power is on. Your wood pile is well stocked. The furnace is running smoothly. And the teapot is warm. It is a cold night in the Maritimes. The action is hot here at Simmons, I can guarantee you that. Good job by Larkin to rub out her opponent, Thomas. Now in the corner, it'll be Webster. Goes back to McPherson. Trying for the redirect off the point shot was Thomas. Hustling over there to grab it is Callie McNeil. Kept in, a go side. Nice reception of the pass, and the shot on done. And that's a glove save for the Stars goaltender. 1:11 to go, and the penalty. Western Wolves power play clicking at a 14% rate. I'm sure they would love to increase that. There's a shot that missed wide. The shot scores! The shot from the point was wide. However, the rebound came generously off the dasher boards behind goaltender Grace Dunn. And the Wolves have evened it up at one. I believe it was Murray, but we'll get the official announcement here momentarily. Regardless, it's a 1-1 with 4:20 to go in period number one. Indeed, it was Murray with the shot from the point from Duncan. Duncan's team leading 22nd point, and Murray's 8th goal and her 21st point. Now the Wolves with some momentum and re-energized perhaps from that goal. Here's the shot along the ice. It hits a leg and goes wide. As the Stars take it back the other way. Onside, Citrome lugged it across. She had Braylon Walker. And the two of them will head for replacements from Coach Blaine Fitzpatrick. Stars will dump it in and give chase. Back forward first is Duffy. Gets it to center and no further. That's Myers able to keep it back in. Now here comes Thomas with some speed, trying to get the shot. Skillfully done by Dunn. That centering pass not able to connect, but it was a good idea. Back forward is Larkin, who's impressed in the early goings of the first period. Her speed and tenacity. Dunn will go back to Pino. Chipped forward by McNeil. Now some pressure from Raina Fitzpatrick. Nice move to get that out from the Wolves. Pino. Offside is Mullins. Elsewhere in the league today, we'll give you some other scores. The Lindsay Surge with a close game really over the Cape Breton Lynx. 2-0 win for the Surge. I'll wait till our 50-50 announcement is done and I'll carry on. The Moncton Rockets with a big 6-0 win against the Western Flames in the Brunswick Battle. Now back the other way, Murray the goal scorer. Can't get the shot away. Now, Duncan in tight. So those two are trying to team up again. Some excellent defending by the Stars. In the third and final other game today. 4 games in total. The Subway Selects with a 3-2 victory over the Greenfoot Capitals. And noticing in my social media feed today that ranked in the top 20 in the country are the Rockets, the Surge, and the Selects. I can't quote you the actual statistics where they are. I believe Rockets are number 8 in the country, but that's pretty impressive. Here we go now. Player with a break of steal. Player in tight. Scores! Cadence Player with the intercepted pass. And Crozier made an excellent move on the play. and just couldn't stretch far enough. Player took it all the way to her backhand and slipped it in. Past the outstretched Peyton Frazier for a late goal. And it's now 2-1. For the Eastern Stars. Chip through to center. Now Walker. Head fake. Walker goes wide. Solid save by Crozier. Doesn't want to go down two. Another stick save from Crozier. We're into the last 60 seconds of play. Player's 20th goal on the season to go with 23 helpers. Wolves with some pressure now in the Stars zone. Just 30 seconds to go in period number one. It's been a fast period. That's Duffy back for the Wolves. She'll get it up to Murray on the half wall. Forcing her there is Matheson. Offside for the moment was Matheson. This is Duffy, gets to center, dumps it in, picked up by Bella Fitzpatrick. She'll turn it around, take it to center, and that will do it for period number one. We will end with a 2-1 Eastern Stars lead. Goals by Braylon Walker and Cadence Player. In the last 2 minutes by Player. Replying for the Wolves was Hallie Murray. And this is where we sit, 2-1. So go refill your coffee or your hot chocolate, get the slippers or a blanket, and tune in for second period action coming up momentarily. Maritime Major Girls Hockey League action on High Button Sports. We'll be back. Back with you on High Button Sports. My name is Mark Rooney for Maritime Major Girls Hockey League AAA action. Here in frigid Charlottetown. It's probably frigid everywhere in the Maritimes, and gosh, even south of the border. Summary of the first period, shots on goal. Eastern Stars with a 2-shot advantage, out shooting their island counterparts, the Western Wolves, 10-8. And they hold a slight 2-1 lead. Quick stoppage of play. It was a quick first period. Well played by both teams. Goals by Murray and, for the Wolves, Hallie Murray. And add an assist to that one, I believe. And Braylon Walker, and a late goal by Cadence Player has given the Stars that 1-goal advantage. Bella Fitzpatrick chasing that behind her own goal. Wolves with some pressure. Here's Blackier looking for a shooting lane redirect. That's a nifty play from Stevenson, right in tight. Backhand through the legs. Grace Dunn equal to the task. Stick check from Lutley. Forces the Wolves back temporarily. That's Blackier. Gets her behind Bradley. It rolls in front. Oh, Dunn with a huge save. Grace Dunn with her best of the evening. Wow. Wolves on the doorstep, and Dunn said, "Go away, Wolves. I'm closing the door." Wow. Excellent play in her own goal there from number 1, Grace Dunn. There's a shot, hit a body. I'm not sure if it made it to Dunn or not. Regardless, the puck lands back in center. Slung along behind the goal. Oh my goodness. Dunn out to play it, and it took. Now she may be injured. Somehow it stays out. It hit Larkin. The puck's still loose. Dunn is spread eagle. The puck is still loose. Wolves unable to elevate it. Referee has got sight of it. My goodness, what a flurry of activity. And Dunn may be shaken up on the play, as she is on all fours, crouched over and in some discomfort. Somehow that puck stayed out. The initial situation was Dunn behind the goal playing the puck. It found its way in front of the net with Dunn still behind the goal. So now she is to her feet, which is good news. I'll give her a few moments to collect herself. Made a couple of huge saves, and some saves were not of her own doing, of course. A couple of shots, I believe, hit Stars' bodies and stayed out. So Dunn taking the helmet off. And it would appear that she is going to stay in the game. Talking to the official behind the goal. It does take a special kind of player to step in between the pipes. Dunn ready to go, and we're ready to go along with her. Puck drop to her right. With it is Player, who has the go-ahead goal. Player opts to go wide. Shot! Big save! Crozier! An equally strong save at the other end. So the two number ones are showing us what they have tonight in the goal. Face-off goes to the left of Crozier. Second period, of course. Wolves traveling from west to east, left to right on your screen. Trying to catch up with that one. Stevenson. Excuse me, no, Black here. Behind the goal, Citrom. Pushes that forward, and that's a nice interception by Stevenson. He'll backhand it in. Citrom doesn't see her coming. Hard pressed by Citrom. Thomas forechecking as well for the Wolves. Kept at the point. Blackyer. Dunn showing no ill effects. At least outwardly, that was a nice redirect into the corner. Shaylin Larkin. Over to Ginden. She'll get that forward. And the Stars will be called for icing, as that from Mackenzie's stick went a little too far. Back in the area of Dunn. Face-off comes. This is Matheson. She'll hit the red line and dump it in. Stars will make big changes. The whole line shifts. Chipped ahead by Larkin. Bradley now at her own blue line. Finds Raina Fitzpatrick. She'll get it in deep. Richards trying to get that across. That bumped into the official. And now Larkin chips it ahead. Trying to find Thomas. Thomas with some skating room through center. Intercepted temporarily from Stevenson, or McPherson, pardon me. Now it'll be a battle and an icing. Good hustle, however, from Ellie Mullins. But as quickly as the first period seemed to go, this one is marred by a few icings and stoppages in play. Face off won by the Stars. They'll take it behind their own goal, trying to get up that breakout to the wing, kept in by Waugh. Waugh the shot, clean. Dunn able to get a stick on that. Backhanded out, kept in from Duffy on the Wolves. Now, again, the icing call will go against the Stars. Indeed it does. Many of us were glued to our televisions last week as well, watching the under 18 World Women's Hockey Championships from our neighboring province in Nova Scotia, in Sydney. And what a fine showing our own Prince Edward Island's Megan Mossy put on, being named to the Media All-Star team. Certainly raising her stock in the hockey world. Back come the Stars. Mullins couldn't get the shot away. Good defense from Pino. In front shot, Crozier, one-time save. Wow. Mossy with an 11-point performance, 2 goals and 9 assists. That was something, all right. And for those of us who had the pleasure and privilege of watching Megan play here locally, we could have told the world she has something special. And I'm sure quite an inspiration to these ladies on the ice. And those younger, of course. Now we'll have an upcoming call. This one will go against the Wolves. Dunn heading for the ice. Aiken has got a glove on it, and now with the touch of the puck, a tripping call will go against the Wolves. So this will be second player advantage of the evening going towards the Eastern Stars. Coach Blaine Fitzpatrick sends out Mullins, Lutley, Player, Bella Fitzpatrick, and Maya Larkin. That's the first power play unit, I'm sure. Pino back all the way up, and a nice clearing pass by Thomas will force Fitzpatrick deep. Mullins off her stick, and Thomas able to get the Stars pushed back a little bit further again. McNeil on the forecheck. An errant pass in a sense, but now Mullins picks it up. She finds Player. She'll go wide. Lutley picking it up on the far side. Player follows her. Thomas with pressure on Player. Picked up by Lutley. It'll go back to Maya Larkin. Intercepted by the Wolves. They'll try to get the change with the icing. And Dunn handles that one, of course, cleanly behind the goal. 62 seconds remaining on the penalty, Larkin, cross ice, Player, hard shot from the far side, and Crozier handles that one nicely. Stars controlling the puck in the Wolves zone. Citrome now looking for the tip in front. That was Walker. Tipped it, but just wide. Gonna go back to Citrome now. Another shot. Blocker to side from Crozier, making it look easier than it is. .34 seconds in the player advantage. Walker, face off, kept in. Excellent job by Matheson at the Wolves blue line to keep that in. Again, kept in. Walker and Duncan have a bit of a tussle at the blue line. Stars pressing again. Citrome. If not, one-time shot, that's a big one. That was from Matheson, and a big shot block. Pino is back for it. McKenzie able to push that forward. Penalty has expired, and the Wolves are back to full strength. Citrome, a shot from the slot. It hit the foot of Pino, and away comes Mills. Stick check from Matheson. Slows Mills for the moment. Had to have been thoughts of too many players on the ice. It was an awkward change at the Wolves bench, but play on, says the referee. Big shot from Citrome and off the stick of Crozier into the netting for yet another stoppage of play. So fresh legs coming out for both teams. 12:06 remaining. Tight game here in Charlottetown between the visiting Western Wolves and Eastern Stars. Last game was a dandy as well. Back the other way, Lutley. And we have an infraction behind the play. Fitzpatrick called for head contact, and that negated the 2-on-1. As Lutley had a stride on her opponent. But the call behind the play on the Stars, Rena Fitzpatrick, will nullify that opportunity and give the Wolves their second power play of the evening. You'll see the Wolves power play. And that sent the length of the ice, and the first one to it, Crozier with Mullins. An excellent job by Crozier to get a lot on the backhand. Cleared that right out of her offensive zone. McNeil now will come across. She'll get that in behind the net. Stevenson and McPherson out there as well. That one is picked up by the Wolves, by the Stars, and sent back into the Wolves zone. That, in fact, is a 4-minute head contact penalty, so this will give the Wolves lots of time to try to level this score. Wolves start out again. There's Murray, who has the goal for the Wolves. She's got some speed. Just slips off the end of her stick. That's going to come back. Big shot from the point. That's the nice block. That was from McGinnis. And back comes Mullins, Player the other way. Player 1-on-4. She'll do well to lugs the puck and take some time off the penalty. Now it could be an interception. Citron with a stick on that. We approach the halfway mark of period number 2. Still 2-1 Eastern Stars. No scoring in the second period. Mills goes back. Finds McNeil. Puck is in the air. It'll go to the near side. Thomas backhand shot. Big leg save from Dunn. That was on the goal scorer Murray. Murray will pick it up in front of her bench. Puck stolen by Walker. Chipped ahead. Now comes the Stars back the other way. Lutley breaking in right side. Can't hit the net with that one. Some nice defending from the Wolves. Chopped ahead from Pino. And Mullins has to get herself onside in front of the Stars bench. A couple of good looks early from the Wolves. Still a minute and change to go on the 4-minute head contact penalty to Fitzpatrick. Mullins now able to get it out to center. That'll be picked up by McPherson. She tried to find Larkin across ice. Mullins anticipated and intercepted. Good penalty kill from the Stars. And Macy Citron had no doubt about where she was going with that. 35 seconds is what we have left here in the penalty. Wolves unable to capitalize yet. That's McPherson with lots of pressure from Player. Now turned over Walker. Back to Player. Back to Walker. Couldn't find the handle. Oh, big save. Challenging aggressive play by Crozier in the goal. Larkin, that'll miss the net. Just 10 seconds remaining in the Player advantage. Stars will send it back one more time, and that will cause the penalty to expire. So a big penalty kill here midway through second period for the Eastern Stars. Tied up behind the goal. It's freed now. And that's Mills coming away with it. She's turned back by Raina Fitzpatrick. Wolves struggling now just to get this across their blue line. It is offside. We'll get the call. The official on the line right there. 7:17. And period number 2 remains. Battle along the near boards for it. Bradley couldn't find it in her feet. Now McNeil, the shot, done. Able to settle down any rebound that was there. Both teams sitting midway in the standings and in terms of statistics as well. Wolves making some improvements this year. And the Stars, well, they had some strong third-year players last year left. They're now playing university hockey, so they are now. Crozier's going to come way out. Aggressive play. And it works out. Wasn't able to do what her mind envisioned, but that will be icing. So both goaltenders have had adventures in the second period, and it has worked out for both of them. Puck drop to the right of Crozier. Larkins, that shot's going to make it all the way in. Had to be cleared away. A nice job from Bryn Duffy. Player working her way through. Crozier with a little stick poke to get that puck out of territory. And the Wolves do a nice job of getting it down without the icing. Wolves trying to make the change in the second period. It's a little longer to go. And now they're back to five-a-side. All the way down the other ice. The other end of the ice is Matheson in front. Crozier stands tall. May have gotten the benefit a little bit, perhaps, of an early whistle, but she was going to have it, no problem. Underway again, shots back, the redirects. Boy, how did that miss? That shot again missed the goal of Peyton Crozier. Next weekend, the Stars host the Surge, and that'll be two big games. Shot, Crozier, glove save, got in her glove. That will be a good one between the third place Surge and the fifth place Stars. Now there is some discrepancy. Top three teams in the league are way up there in points. But anything can happen. That's why we play the games. So we'll be with you next weekend for that. We'll get you the Wolves schedule. Now Murray is being tied up by Lutley and will draw the penalty. This will put Crozier racing to the bench. And so another player advantage coming up for the Western Wolves. That'll be Lutley, who got a little too much of the charging Murray. And the Wolves will be home next weekend to the Flames. Saturday and Sunday, a pair there. And there are not many games left. Valentine's Day game right back here between these two teams. I'm sure you will love to see that one on Valentine's Day. We'll be here with you on High Button Sports. And the Wolves would love to grab one before the end of the period. Pino crossing through. She'll go across to Murray. Nice side step there, Murray trying to get it into the crease, steered away by Fitzpatrick. Back to McNeil. McNeil into Blackear. She jumps up, forces it. Puck is free. Back to Blackear. That hit a leg or a body and went wide. Call was hooking. Could have been interference as well, but hooking is the call. And back is Blackyer. 50 seconds to go. And that one's turned over. So the Stars with really good penalty kills here in the second period. 3:40 to go on the game clock. 35 to go in the penalty. Trying to slide through there is Thomas. She bumps with Bella Fitzpatrick behind the goal. Comes back to the point. Mullins able to get a stick on that. Change the trajectory. Can't be kept in, however, by McPherson. And now Arena Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick with a shot. Steered away by Crozier. Just 4 seconds remaining on the penalty. And the Stars have done a nice job with their penalty kill, no question about it. 87%, that'll climb a little bit. McPherson lands all the way in on goaltender Dunn. She's got the rebound as well behind the goal. And the Stars may have some breathing room. They're going to ice the puck and get the change. That's tired legs after that penalty kill. And it will be icing. Oops, excuse me. Back the other way now come the Stars. We're approaching the 2-minute mark. Still 2-1, no scoring in period number 2. Both teams would love to change that. This is Larkin behind her own goal. Chips it forward. That's going to be turned over. Murray with a battle now in the corner. Matheson. And this will be an interference call, I think, coming the way of the Wolves. So the Wolves will now go on the penalty kill, and the Stars will try to increase their lead by one more. As with 1 minute and 48 seconds to go, they take to the power play. Crozier and the Wolves penalty kill unit will have something to say about that. Comes back to Raina Fitzpatrick. Heavy shot. That's a strong shot from Larkin. In front, scores! Side of the goal, back door was Caden's player. A beautiful feed. And player made no mistake with that. Player's second of the game. 21st on the season. So face off at center, another late period goal from Caden's player. Has her team up now by 2. Nothing at all Crozier could do there. Power play goal. That was a beautiful setup. Charging back the other way. Stars looking for more. With 60 seconds to play. Myers chases back for it. Able to get that up to McKenzie. Backhands that forward, trying to find McWigan. This will be offside temporarily for the Wolves. They will clear now. Matheson will get that back. Oh, it's a funny bounce behind the goal. Hopped over the stick of Crozier. Just 30 seconds to go in the period. Lutley escapes. Finds Bradley at the point. She strides in. Tied up from Murray, or by Murray, excuse me. Murray behind her own goal. She'll start out. Has to be careful. Mullins with the steal. Mullins with the shot. It's over the Crozier and the net. Just 5 seconds remaining. The Wolves able to get that out as we have just 1 second remaining on the game clock. So that will effectively do it for period number 2. And the Eastern Stars will skate off with a 3-1 lead. As the puck is dropped, the buzzer sounds. We'll see how quickly the game sheet is updated for our shots on goal. We'll get you that if we can. But otherwise, we will be going to intermission number 2 from Charlottetown. It's a 3-1 second period lead. End of second period lead for the hometown Eastern Stars. 12-10 were the shots favoring the Stars after 2 periods of play. Excuse me. A little reversal in the shots from the first 2 periods. Anyhow, looking at a 20-20 in terms of the shots after the second period. We're going to step aside, grab a hot chocolate, try to keep warm, and we're going to have a hot third period for you coming up. Please come on back. Back with you for a third period Maritime Major Girls Hockey League AAA action. We're all set to go. A late goal by Cadence Player. A beautiful setup on the power play. Was the only one of the second period. And that has extended the Stars' lead to 2. (20-20) are the shots on goal through 2 periods of play. Some spectacular saves from both goaltenders. Now the puck caught up a little bit on the wet surface in front of goaltender Crozier. Fitzpatrick behind her blue line, finds McGinnis, breaks down the right side, gets a shot away. That'll miss the Wolves' goal. For a chilly night, there's a nice crowd out here. Back the other way. Nice leg save off McPherson from Dunn. And the shot from Richards probably hung on her stick a little bit long and found its way to the far corner. Now again, the puck a little sticky on the flooded water and is not quite frozen. Player trying to negotiate along the boards. And finally, she breaks out. Player draws a crowd. Try to draw them to her side. And unfortunately, no teammate in the vicinity. Braylon Walker. She's met by Webster at center. Webster able to knock that down at a midair. Waugh goes across to Duffy. Pass turned over at neutral ice. This one may go for icing. It will not. So Duffy is back for the Wolves. Up to Shaylin Larkin, who to me has been an impressive AP for the Wolves this evening. Waugh banks that around to the aforementioned Walker. He hits in stride. Thomas. Picked up now. All the way in. Shots. Big save. Done right in tight. That was McNeil who was all the way in. Off the stick. Some good work there from Thomas. Found McNeil. And Dunn stood tall. Wolves win the face-off back to Pino. She'll push it ahead into Murray, the lone goal scorer for the Wolves. Breaking back the other way was Mullins. She was stopped at center. Regains the puck, or at least attempts to. She's in a battle with Pino at center. Joined by Lutley and Stevenson. Lutley backhands that through. Mullins has got a stride down the right side. Pass was in her skates. She gets a weak shot away, handled by Crozier with the skate. And there's a heavy hit. And I believe the Wolves will be a player down as Pino will sit. And the last time the Stars had a power play, they capitalized on it with a beautiful goal setup and the finish. Beautiful setup by Lutley to Player. A 2-minute penalty. As back the other way. Stevenson with some penalty kill. Will lug the puck, try the wrap around. It'll end up back on this point with Richards. She'll get that in behind the goal. So some good forechecking and penalty killing from the Wolves early on. Stars hit Mullins, through the neutral zone, across the blue line. Mullins goes back to Fitzpatrick. No, that's chipped ahead. And so that's Mills with a good forechecking. And she's on Larkin as Larkin sends it behind the goal. Big swing by Blackier will get it to the blue line, but not out. Mullins in tight. Nice stop there from Crozier on a short angle shot. Player digging for it as is Lutley. That's the top power play unit for the Stars. Behind the goal, they'll go back to Fitzpatrick. The give and go, a nice shot by Crozier. Now, seems to be player is laboring. That could just be energy they've been on most of the power play, which only 15 seconds remaining. A stick check there from McNeil forces the Stars back again. And back with it. Stopped was Larkin. And the Wolves with another successful kill. Wolves Larkin, she'll force it wide. Still with the puck. Tried to get it to Murray, who'll get it to the point. However, that slips out. Maria McPherson back. Finds teammates at the blue line, and Citrome will be back for the Stars. Kept in nicely by Thomas. She finds Murray, who gets a shot away. Smart leg save by Dunn. Held in by by Murray. A shot. That's into the gear of McGinnis, who blocks it nicely. Wolves with some good pressure. Back to Richards. Cross ice. Heavy shot. That's wide and high. Wolves all sorts of pressure now. Can it be kept in? Yes, indeed, from Blackier. Another hard shot. Done with the blocker into the corner. Back is Braylon Walker with some speed. Big shot, another blocker save. Stand-up style from Crozier. Good action end-to-end now. Duncan with a shot. That's redirected into the corner off a Stars leg. Up the other way. McKenzie will push it deep. Giving chase now. Back in her own zone is Waugh. To the point, but not out. Recollected. Tied up now by Thomas was Player. Good battle going on between those two veterans. Had it knocked off for a stick. Nice move from Webster. That'll settle back down on the stick of Crozier. 8 minutes gone in period number 3. Turnover! And it's in! An unfortunate turnover at the mouth of the goal. And assistant captain Emily Lutley will make the Wolves pay for that one. So the Wolves with an unfortunate turnover, and now the Stars with a 3-goal lead. Mullins pushes that into the opposite corner. Raina Fitzpatrick giving chase. Now Larkin, cross ice, into the feet of Thomas. Can't pick it up. Mullins charging hard. Nice stop at the point from Walker. Finds Mullins. Mullins scores! And Ellie Mullins with her 24th goal of the season. Mullins, and an historic night indeed. It's her 100th game in the MMGHL. And what a way to celebrate by putting her team ahead. Even further. A quick icing from the Stars will have the puck drop back in their zone. An impressive feat to play 100 games in this league. Of course, that would ensure you were playing right from first year of eligibility, I'm sure. So it's a 5-1 lead now. Goals by Walker and, Lutley and Mullins, two of the Stars' leaders, assistant and captain. And they've opened up a 5-1 lead. I mentioned earlier the Wolves a little short-handed in terms of their regulars. AP's playing a strong game for them. Blackear able to get that out. Pino. And now Blackear settles in on it. Back to Pino. He'll go back to Blackear. And now time as we approach the 10-minute mark in the periods is as big an enemy to the Wolves as are the ladies in green and yellow. But we continue. Nice move all the way through. Dunn, a kick save into the corner. Oh, just outside the reach of the charging defender from the Wolves. So they had a good look. Mills picks it up through center. Stick check off of Blackear. That's McPherson, 15, not 5. And Bella Fitzpatrick to Mullins. Mullins sits third in league standings for points. She had 50 coming into this game. Now a 2-on-1. Back is Lutley with Mullins. The 2 goals scorers in this period. Opted to shoot, and Crozier was able to get the stick save on it. Kept in Gindon. That'll go wide. Lutley tried to tip that. Giving chase is Duffy. She'll get it out to Walker. Smart move to the center. Tried to find Stevenson just out of her reach, and back the other way is Walker. Walker saved by Peyton Crozier. Very steady in the goal. So I believe that is Mullins' first point of the game, so that puts her at 51. Still has a ways to go to catch the leaders on the Northern Subway. McLean and Daniel. Right on, Dunn has got that. Sorry for the delay in the video. Yeah, Hallie Rose McLean leading all players with 64 points. but 4 Stars in the top 10. That is impressive. Mullins with 3rd place. Player at 7th place. She's had 2 points tonight, I believe, maybe 3. She'll climb up the ladder a little bit. Shot! Did it get through? And Lutley and Fitzpatrick. Lutley would have gotten the point and the goal and the assist as well, so she'll climb up a little bit, perhaps as close as 7th place, depending on the others. Today's statistics are not updated live. They'll be updated at the end of the scheduled day. 7:20 is our time remaining. Long pass. A good effort. No icing. Hustle all the way down there by Matheson. Murray through center, had it taken away. Stephen McPherson, rather, takes it on the near boards. Tries to go forward with it, but that's picked up by Fitzpatrick. Larkin made a play at that at center. Puck comes to rest behind the goal line of Peyton Crozier. Now Larkin along her bench, waits for a neat backhand pass to Murray. She's taken down, no call. Lutley will go cross ice to Fitzpatrick. Looking for the return pass. Nice job by Duffy to get a stick on that. And the Stars are offside. McNeil controls the puck in her own zone. She'll come back through center. McNeil with a shot. Had hit a leg. Picked up by Pino. She'll go across. Blackier's shot was knocked down. Larkin gives chase on Larkin. I wonder if there's any relation there. Up to Mullins. Playing in game number 100 in the league. Congratulations, Ellie Mullins. Fitzpatrick. Weak shot gets on to Crozier. However, there was traffic, so smart move to get that into the corner. Lutley and Walker. Now Walker. She's pushed wide by Richards. Walker falls, turns it over to Mills, who comes back the other way. Mills gets to center, tries to chip it gently. Nice job by Ginden to hold her up. Charging hard for it now, Stevenson. Stevenson will lug it around the goal. A shot didn't get through. That was from Richards. Richards able to keep it in. Block shot by McGinnis. Under 5 to go. 5-1 Stars. Walker waits for it as Mills chases her down on the far side. So again, some very good forechecking by these Western Wolves. Thomas knocked it down, and back the other way is Stevenson. Back pass for Thomas. Was intercepted for the moment by McGinnis. Now, a nice move up on it was Waugh. Wolves with control in their own zone, looking for the goal. It's in! So some good offensive zone work from the Western Wolves has netted them their second goal of the evening. Tipped in front of goaltender Grace Dunn and up and over the shoulder. And it's 5-2. Some good hard forechecking has gotten the Wolves to 5-2. So don't go anywhere. That was off the stick of Miley Stevenson, assisted by Duncan. Dunn's going to settle that on the stick and leave it for her defenseman. So inside 5 minutes, now inside 4. Wolves with no give up. Stevenson's 6th goal and 10th point on the season. Pino chases it down. Kept in. Blackear up to Larkin, couldn't handle that pass. And Matheson comes back. Turns it over to Blackear, who'll swing it around, that'll clear the zone. Picked up by Bella Fitzpatrick, cross ice to Lutley. Lutley hits Mullins. She'll dump it in, looking for a generous kick off the boards, doesn't happen. Blackear up to Larkin. She's tied up with Raina Fitzpatrick. Unable to clear it now. The Stars keep it in. Again, time is the enemy of the Wolves at this stage. 2:50 to go. Turned over Lutley now, making a charge. Huge leg save from Crozier. Good technique and form. 2.5 to go. Wisely left by McNeil. A redirection could have put that on her own goal. Now the Wolves will clear it into neutral zone. Raina Fitzpatrick back for it. Upended was Mullins. And will be offside with the Wolves. Mullins looks like she hit a jump at Brookvale that she wasn't prepared for and went upside down. Face off outside of the Star zone with now 130 seconds to go. A 3-goal lead. Cadence player. Wolves come back again. Waugh. Onto the stick of Gindon. She'll rather go backwards to Larkin. That's Maya Larkin, not to be confused with the Wolves' Shaylin Walker. Larkin, pardon me. Gindon with some pressure on her from Stevenson. The second goal scored. Now's a turnover. Here's Stevenson. Looking for more. Can't get through. Good job by Walker to interrupt that. Unable to be kept in by Duncan. 1 minute and 20 seconds is what we have on the clock. Stars with a 3-goal lead, but the Wolves not giving up. Shot! Crozier thought about going out to play it, but she's put the stick down in the 5-hole instead. Now Fitzpatrick with a serve. She gets tied up with Pino. We approach the last 60 seconds. Barring a miracle, the Stars will skate away with this one on a chilly Saturday night. They will get closer to leveling their record at 500. They'll go to 17-18. Shot, Crozier with another stick save. And the Western Wolves will go to 11-22. But another good battle between these two Island rivalries, I should say, not teammates, of course. And they'll do it again on Valentine's Day. We'll be here with you for that one. One last chance for the Stars. That's Stevenson applying some pressure. And on a very frosty Saturday night, the Eastern Stars will capitalize. And they will go ahead with a 5-2 victory here on home ice. Great game by both sides, both goaltenders playing strong. Well competed game by both. So that's it from Simmons Sports Center. Eastern Stars 5, Western Wolves 2. Thank you very much for joining us on High Button Sports.